What makes a great rivalry? Is it longevity? Is it peaks of conflict? Is it the stakes? Or just hype and narrative? Here are Fortnite's greatest rivalries, judged across 4 criteria: longevity, conflict peaks, stakes, and hype. At the end, we will give them a rating from 1 to 10.
Side, Ninja, fight me, bro.
And cap off the video with Fortnite's greatest rivalry. Iconic people, like, sub, and use code WeClutchUp. Be iconic. First up is peterbot and clix. Although on both sides it has been somewhat lopsided,
Say it.
FNCS wins and you have 0 and you've been playing for an extra couple years.
Clix can flex his insane reach and popularity, and Peter can flex his in-game performance. It's almost become a ritual at each LAN for the trash talk to fly.
You got cheated on 3 times.
So much so that in this year's Global Championship, Epic arranged for them to be interviewed together, which went about as well as can be expected. Major 3 of this year was the in-game peak of this rivalry. Clix and his duo Veno took a lead into Game 10 of the Grand Final, Clix's greatest chance to win his first FNCS. And the world knew it. Peterbot and Pollo stole the final 2 games of the tournament, en route to back-to-back championship. Because of the names involved in this rivalry, it's mostly carried by hype and some hilarious trash talk, but it doesn't quite have the peaks and consistency to be considered great. 6 out of 10. This next rivalry took EU by storm, as some of the game's biggest stars and legends battled it out in an iconic season. Benji Savage and Lechi were facing off at Doom's Domain versus Aqua, Reason, and Noah Riley. This was one of 2 insanely powerful POIs in that season. Any team that had it uncontested would have a massive shot at winning FNCS. These fights were super memorable.
All in, bro. Nice. Stay away. Dead, all dead, let's go.
With both teams having great moments.
I'm no guns.
He's dropping in.
I'm dead, I think. Yeah, him 70. He's gonna get 50. Oh!
But then, things escalated.
Double stream snipe them.
Shut up.
2 games in a row, bro.
You're trolling though.
Good choking, by the way.
Wait, Link.
Benji landed agency because he knew Aqua was gonna be in the game. That Aqua pushed him from Doom.
Benji and team actually moved drop spots in the middle of heats, but Aqua suspiciously pushed them, immediately raising stream sniping accusations.
On stream sniping.
Everyone build.
Splitting. They stream snipe and they still lose. That's too funny.
And Aqua ended up getting suspended, though Aqua claimed it was for something he tweeted. This rivalry was a 1-season wonder. Short, but memorable. Insane clips, explosive moments, and decent stakes given the legacies of each player involved. It just lacks longevity. 6.5 out of 10. Back in 2018, this rivalry created one of competitive Fortnite's most iconic moments. The battle for Tilted Towers between Nick Mercs and Aydan. The lore on this one is insane, so bear with us for a minute. Tilted Towers came to Fortnite at the start of Season 2, and due to Fortnite's insane cultural impact at the time, it became the platonic ideal of a hot drop in a battle royale.
Oh my god!
Nick Mercs, a long-endured esports star and streamer, was in the midst of another blow-up with the launch of Fortnite, doing what everyone thought was impossible and dominating on a controller, putting up high-kill games, all while landing at Tilted. So in Fortnite's first official LAN, the Summer Skirmish at PAX West, he would fully assert his title as the king of Tilted, or so he thought, because another controller player, Aydan, would contest him. As the world watched intently, Aydan dominated Nick with some amazing moments.
Aydan charges. No!
And a little luck for Aydan, who seemed like he got every heal on the map in the one fight Nick took a lead in. His story arc has a happy ending though. For the next LAN, the Fall Skirmish, they teamed up and had some iconic moments together.
Nick fighting out. There's the other, and Nick's on his feet, folks!
They've remained friends to this day, so some rivalries have happy endings. 7 out of 10. Canad and Bugha's rivalry was North America's Cold War for almost 2 years.
The most annoying little I swear to God.
No, I'm not. Stop.
And is definitely the most intense so far.
Bugha, what are you gonna do? Oh my god, you're actually terrible for that. I feel bad.
With a series of back and forth flare-ups between the 2 players. Tons of accusations have been thrown out, but it seemed to have started after Bugha criticized Khanada for his coaching of clix at DreamHack.
You know, Bugha literally is just saying, he's so, what the fuck is Khanada saying, bro? Like, Khanada's so dumb, bro. some dumb.
And continued incidents like Bugha accusing Canada and Bugha of stream sniping and griefing him in a tournament. Canada's welcome video to KNG playing into the rivalry, perhaps taking it a bit too far. While in 2023 they reconciled after Bugha joined Dignitas. Their biggest in-game peak came in Major 3 of that year. Khanada was looking for his first championship after so many tries. He and Agers took a huge lead into day 2, which Bugha and his duo Threats methodically shrunk game after game. As the intensity ratcheted up, Canada was at risk of choking his first championship to Bugha of all people. Canada endured the onslaught and finally won his first title. While the rivalry seemed buried and these two legends were finally friends, it flared up in 2024 after Canada's long-term duo partner Agers dropped him for Bugha. Canada had to race home from vacation to find a new duo, and when Bugha and Agers struggled early, he did not hesitate to rub it in.
Straight up. How is it down there? How are we not even top 10 in on comp, bro?
Bringing us to today, where this rivalry finally seems over. This rivalry had it all, 8.5 out of 10. The next one is perhaps the most insane spawn beef in history, the battle for Sweaty Sands in Primal Season. The upstarts Gabe, Tahi, and Sprite challenged the superstar trio of Bugha, Bizzle, and Clix. Clix, Bugha, and Bizzle were coming off a pretty successful season at Sweaty Sands, placing 5th in Grand Final, and were looking to follow it up with an even better placement.
So they're looking really strong with their drop spot uncontested. Things are looking fantastic for them.
They had just one problem. In Season 6, Gabe, Tahi, and Sprite began to contest them off spawn, and they were no joke.
No joke, I'm not kidding around here.
Clix and Bugha tried to use Bluster, saying they had more than enough money to make up for a wasted FNCS. When Gabe, Tahi, and Sprite began to dominate them in FNCS qualifiers, they dug in and refused to leave. In the first qualifier, Bugha, Bizzle, and Clix came 29. Week 2 was more of the same. They were dominated again, this time coming 25th, and fate dealt both teams a brutal hand, putting them in the same heat. Bugha, Clix, and Bizzle came out 32nd, but Gabe, Tahi, and Sprite barely eked into the reboot round, and Sprite did this, qualifying them for Grand Final, ending the rivalry with one of the game's most remarkable clips. Even though this lacked longevity, this is another 8.5 out of 10. Definitely the most memorable spawn fight in the FNCS era. For a short period, this was perhaps the highest stakes rivalry in the game's history. The battle between Queasy and Veno and Cammy and Seti. Brief and glorious, it captured the entire world's attention for the 2022 Global Championship. They went back and forth game after game, with Queasy and Veno finally losing their lead in Game 11, and then making the bold call to put the tournament on the line, risking everything by landing on Cammy and Seti.
Veno is here! Queasy is here! Down goes Seti! It's a big trade! It's a one-on-one!
It didn't work.
Cammy might peek, breaks through the wall, shot's gonna be fired! And they do it!
And Cammy and Seti won the first major land since the World Cup. In 2023, while they competed head-to-head in 2 of 3 EU majors, they did not have any major flare-ups, but people expected this to change at the 2023 Global Championship. Unfortunately, history did not repeat itself. Cammy and Seti finished 2nd, and Queasy and Veno 11th, a rivalry that burned as brightly as possible, only to fade away too quickly. 9 out of 10. The biggest creators on the biggest game had the biggest rival. They competed against each other in game and almost fought in real life.
All side, Ninja, fight me, bro.
So how did a Fortnite rivalry break the internet, then escalate? It became so big that even creators like KSI weighed in. So what's the story of this most historic rivalry? Ninja and Tfue were the 2 biggest streamers in prime Fortnite in 2018. Ninja's blow up taking place a few months earlier and including incredible moments like his wins with Travis Scott and Drake. Since there were no tournaments, his popularity paired with his gameplay made many think he was the best player in the world.
Ninja, especially early on during Season 1 and 2, he was regarded as one of the best players to ever play Fortnite.
Well, that is until Tfue came along. It was clear he was built different and blew up accordingly. And this shortly became the biggest debate in Fortnite. They faced off in-game multiple times, with Tfue getting the best of him in the first, the second.
Oh my god, his second team move. Are you getting flanked? Yeah. This guy's trying to get you to
And Ninja winning the third as Tfue trolled.
Send it, mate.
The rivalry went a little cold. They played in one FNCS squad. Tfue's team placed 8th and Ninja's 9th, but it would have an enormous flare-up. The inciting incident was Ninja's Twitter account getting hacked, and Tfue leapt right into the fray with this video. Ninja responded. Then just a few months later, during a Mr. Beast charity rock paper scissors tournament, Tfue accidentally leaked his DMs with Mr. Beast's phone number appearing on his stream. Ninja criticized Tfue both for the leak and streaming his own POV of the tournament. Tfue fired back, calling Ninja names that are too inappropriate for this video. Then Ninja's wife Jessica accused Tfue of manufacturing the beef because he was desperate for money. Tfue then posted a shirtless pic on Instagram with tagging Jessica, and the caption was, "Hi sweetie." Fortunately, about a year later, they decided it was time to make up, commemorated by this picture. They met a few more times in game after Zero Build was released. Tfue won the first, but Ninja won the second and the third, a special rivalry that was one of the hallmarks of OG Fortnite. 9 out of 10. The last and greatest rivalry is not between people, or duos, or trios. It's much bigger. It's between regions, EU and NA. The beef began at Fortnite's earliest land, but really exploded at the World Cup. One of the most iconic moments, when Clix and Skeptic got insta karma from Mongrel and Mitro, was framed as an NA versus EU moment. Overall, the World Cup was a stalemate. In EU team, Aqua and Nyrox won duo. In NA player, Bugha won solos. Following the World Cup, the rivalry went into a bit of hibernation due to the pandemic, though in the 2-year land break, the debate stayed hot, with the perception being EU was on top. But how could anyone actually know? Finally, in 2022, lands returned, and EU dominated. Kami Seti won with Queasy and Veno in second. 6 total duos in the top 10 versus 3 for NA. This validated the view EU was simply in another tier. In the lead up to the 2023 Global Championship, many predicted more EU dominance, but NA shocked the world. Cooper and Miro won, and NA managed 5 duos in the top 10 versus 4 for EU. A great bounce back that evened out the rivalry. 2024 kept the debate strong. Peter and Pollo won the Global Championship, but EU won 6-4 in top 10 representation.
Peterbot called and Pollo their own region, and then it's EU and then it's NA. That's what we've all been saying.
Fortnite's greatest rivalry, 10 out of 10. Here are some honorable mentions. OG legends Tfue and Chap had an insane spawn beef in Chapter 2, Season 2, as they battled for the grotto. Clix's third beef on this list was with Unknown Army. In a tournament, Clix danced on Unknown, then Unknown griefed him. The beef became an amazing content opportunity for their org, NRG. Malibuka Mustache and Benji Fishy Mr. Savage had an intense battle for Steamy Stacks in back-to-back FNCS. Veno played 1 season on the NA region and seemed to have ended it with a beef with everyone. Controller versus keyboard and mouse has been an evergreen battle in Fortnite competitive, which peaked in early Chapter 2, especially on NA. Although today, keyboard and mouse is dominating. Finally, a prediction for the future. Peterbot and Pollo had the greatest year in Fortnite history in 2024, but Pollo was dropped by Peter when Trio started. Since they achieved so much together and split up publicly, they will be linked forever. French football legend Zinedine Zidane once said, "Rivalry is one of the factors pushing football to the top. It's a motive for us to strive for excellence, and we can only hope that rivalries will continue to be the engine that powers intrigue for Fortnite competitive." Like, sub, and check out our other video, and check out our fantasy Fortnite game. The link is in the description.